Well, that only took 15 years, but we finally got a new 4Runner. So here's some things that I like and some things that I don't like about the new Toyota 4Runner. First of all, they really kept the styling true to the original design, which I really like that. It just looks like a more freshened up, a little more modern, tougher version of a 4Runner. But a lot of people say, I've heard a lot of people say that the new 4Runner looks a lot like the Tacoma, just with a bed cap on the back. But if you go back to the first gen 4Runners, there was basically the original Toyota Tacoma pickup truck with a bed cap on the back of it. So, plus with that rear window, it kind of throws back to the first and second gen 4Runners, so I kind of like the throwback look, but it still feels like a 4Runner. The new Sequoia, the Land Cruiser, the Tundra, the Tacoma, and the 4Runner, they all kind of, you can tell they're from the same family of vehicles. The other thing I really like about the 4Runner is they're using a lot of aftermarket parts companies right on the assembly line, from the ARB roof rack to suspension from Old Man Emu, Fox, and Bilstein. I think that's really cool. They got rigid lights in the front bumper. I think putting aftermarket parts companies on the vehicle at the assembly line is super cool. And hey, that's a goal for us too one of these days. I would love to have our parts on the assembly line. And Toyota picked up a lot of the cues from what people like to put onto their vehicles aftermarket. So now you can get it with heavy-duty rock rails, MOLLE panels built right into the doors for your storage gear, and your auxiliary switches. So now you don't have to go out and buy an auxiliary switch box. And you also got the air compressor built into the back of the Trail Hunter Edition, which is pretty cool. You can actually set exactly what PSI you want in all of your tires. That's pretty cool. So they're taking some cues from the aftermarket. And most importantly, it looks like Toyota left us a little bit of room for 2 batteries under the hood, at least on the non-hybrid models. So that engine bay is the non-hybrid, and they put the battery over on the passenger side now. And at first glance, it looks promising. It looks like there's enough room around there. I think we can shoehorn 2 batteries in there. We're just about to get one in here and see what we can do. Now, on the hybrid model, the cranking battery for the engine is all the way in the back storage compartment area. And you notice that floor is raised up a little bit to make room for the big hybrid battery underneath the floor. And like we've been saying since the Diesel Gladiator kit came out, these new vehicles just don't have any room under the hood for even one battery, much less 2. So we're going to have to find a way to put our auxiliary batteries to power all of our camping gear and all of our accessories somewhere else. I think it's pretty clever that they put that battery tucked up in the corner in the back of the storage area of the 4Runner. But going forward, that's the way we're going to have to do things. We're going to have to find another place to put the batteries somewhere else. And we've been telling you guys since the Diesel Gladiator kit came out and putting the battery under the back seat that this is just the only thing that we have available. We got to use the space that we got available to us. Now for the things I don't like about the 4Runner. The hybrid engine, I don't know. It just seems like it's adding a lot of complexity to the vehicle that's just not a whole lot of benefit. The hybrid part of it is not really to help out with fuel efficiency. It's just an electric motor. It's like 45 or 48 horsepower electric motor that's inside of the new 8-speed transmission, and it just gives you a little bit extra power, but it really doesn't help out with the fuel efficiency. So I don't know. In my opinion, it just seems like it adds a lot of extra complexity for not a whole lot of benefits. But of course, the hybrid is not available on all the different trim levels. And speaking of which, 9 trim levels? Wow, that is a lot. So I mean, I feel like we're going to need like a college course just to study all the differences between 9 different trim levels. I wonder if people are going to end up having buyer's remorse when they get their 4Runner and they're starting to see it. They see their buddies like, hey, I don't have that feature on mine. It's just it's a lot of trim options and a lot of different ways to mix and match features. So I don't know. I wish they could kind of simplify that a little bit. The last thing that I think might be a concern for some 4Runner guys is those square fenders. Man, they really made the wheel wells mighty square. I don't know how much you're going to have to raise the vehicle up to fit bigger tires. It comes with 33s. If you want to go 35s or 37s, I just don't know how big of a tire you're going to be able to fit under there without a good bit of lift. It's like the Silverado trucks, they're so squared off, you got to raise it up so high to get a little bit bigger tire. Is that going to impact the suspension market? It looks like the Trail Hunter already comes about 2.5 inches higher than some of the other trim levels. So that helps. It comes with 33-inch tires. But is that going to affect your decision to raise the vehicle to put bigger tires on there? Let me know. I don't know. I still like the new Land Cruiser a little bit better than the 4Runner. I said what I said. Fight me in the comments. See ya.